I don't believe it. Just got back from my second session helping to load up the Dendrobium collection, and within 10 minutes of Marius actually driving off, found 3 more, and they have to come out. I can't leave them there, so I've had to bring them home, and that is a ridiculous size for a Dendrobium. How can you miss that? Well, on the end of this are the clips I took around Geoff's grow space, which I'll put some music to because the door was banging and there was various things going on, so there won't be a decent soundtrack there. I'll just put some music on. But basically, you may be able to imagine how somebody could miss a plant that big that is obviously a Dendrobium and just not see it, because it was just basically in the middle of a place where there were loads of other really big plants. And then I found this one a little bit later on because it was in a place where there weren't any Dendrobiums. It's just been put in the wrong place. This looks like possibly a black hair type. It's actually got a name, KO Green. Wouldn't mind keeping that, but I can't. And then down in that little pot down there, with this nice new cane here, this comes out of that little pot to here, which is, I mean, this is going to have to go on the floor. I can't have that on any of my shelves. It's too big. I'd have to sacrifice half a dozen of my own plants. So that's just going to go on the floor, which means it's going to be in the way, and I'll have to go incredibly careful not to whack that new growth, which is huge. Desperately needs a repot, but I'm not doing it, you know. As do many of the plants. Marius says he's doing his best. He's trying to get them all set up. You know, those that can hang will hang, and sorting out which ones can wait for a repot, which ones need doing, and all that sort of stuff. And you know, we're looking at he's probably gone away with over 500 orchids. It's a mammoth task to think about trying to do. I struggle with my whatever I've got, 180. And they all don't need sorting out at once either. Anyway, so I've had to bring these 3 home, and I've got to get them to Marius somehow. Now, I know he visits friends in Bournemouth occasionally, so I think if I contact him, he can call in here and collect them. You know, I can get them out on the front doorstep so that he doesn't have to come in the house. And, oh, you will be pleased, we all wore our masks today because we remembered. It was as simple as that. Oh dear. That poor old Ken, he's got a constant stream of people all this week. And I'm hoping to join in with the very last person before the effort is closed down, which is Friday. There's the last person that's coming is coming on their own. So there'll be room for me to get in there as well, because I still wouldn't mind choosing a few more plants. Plus I was supposed to get a couple of plants for somebody else, and we ran out of time and other people arrived, and Ken didn't know them that well, and they had been promised that, you know, that social distancing and safety was of paramount concern, so he didn't want me there as well, if you see what I mean. He wanted that couple to have the place virtually to themselves, so I had to get out, basically. Anyway, I will put the walk around Geoff's greenhouse, and that literally is all it is. Down one side, back up the middle, down the other side, back up the other side of the middle, and point up at the ceiling a couple of times. It really is just that. That's all I had time to do. But at least you get a feeling for the mammoth task. You have to bear in mind there's been a week of people taking plants. And some people, like one person came and took all of a certain type of plant, every single one. You know, there's hundreds of plants have been taken away already, and this is what's left. And I think by the end of the week it still won't look much different. And it's going to have to go to a dealer or something, because we have to get the place shut down. Anyway, quick look round, and I'm going to now have to try and find somewhere to put these 3 temporarily. What pain. I can't see how we missed that. I really can't see how we missed that. I don't know what it is. It's got no label on it. No label at all. It's going to be something like Spectabile or something like that. But you can sort of see the size of the spikes when they come out. There's a curly dead flower there. That's not going to help much, but now, I mean, that one's got a label, this one's got a label. This, I think this is allegedly Friedrichsianum. Yeah, that's Friedrichsianum, which if it is, that is a very, very long cane for a Friedrichsianum. I mean, I've got that plant. My canes are like half that length and bushier, you know, denser, you know what I mean. Anyway, if that's what it says it is, I'm sure that's what it is. But it's a relatively young plant with a ridiculously long cane. That may well have come from the Far East originally, where things do tend to grow bigger, better environment. But it does have a nice new cane that's still growing, so had some bugs on it as well. Oh well, there we go. Right, look round Geoff's greenhouse coming up next, and I'll leave it at that.